Hey subscribers, it's Chris again, and today I have some really interesting ideas for the group One Direction. Since I'm on Tumblr and Twitter a lot, it's kind of hard not to come across all the memes and GIFs and rumors about the band One Direction. And as an entertainer myself, I'm an actor and a singer, I also dance. It's hard for me not to look up to them and really admire them for everything they've done and all of their success since they formed. I've been singing for almost a decade, and I really look up to them with how accomplished they are. I have some really interesting ideas for the band from the business perspective because I'm a businessman and I'm also a brand and image consultant. I'm not going to say all of my ideas that I have planned because they're just too awesome to be said over a camera. But if you are a manager or representative for the band or the record label, I would love to hear from you and collaborate with you for some really cool ideas for the band. If you're interested, please direct message me on Twitter at Chris_Hahn, H-O-N, and we can set up a Skype meeting and talk about it from there. My ideas are for their tour, their music videos, and for a possible TV show. I think that they need to do a tour touring many of the major Asian countries or cities, and maybe a couple European cities and maybe a few major cities in America. I think it should be called the Yin and Yang Tour because I wanted to contrast the male and female energies and the contrast between the European and Asian cultures. I think they should do like a side-by-side tour with the Korean electropop group FX. They have been around for about as long as One Direction, and I think it would be a really great mix to see them together working side by side. My other idea is for them to tour with Little Mix because Little Mix is kind of like the female equivalent of One Direction, and I think that would be a really interesting experience for fans because it would just contrast both of their musical talents and their bands. I think we should call it the Fire and Ice Tour, and they should do a world tour after they're done with their 2013 tour. I also think we need to allow ticket options for backstage passes and a meet and greet. I think for the meet and greet they should have a separate day after the tour at night. I think, like, let's say they're playing in Houston, Texas, then they would stay in Houston for the morning after, and they would do pictures and autographs for most of the day, and then after the afternoon they would pack up and leave for the next city. Or they can do the meet and greet and autographs before the show, so they can start like in the morning, like maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, and they would end at like 3 or 4, so that way the guys could have time to rest and do rehearsals before the show at, later in the night. But I think that would be really great, not just for the fans to have a chance to actually interact with them, but it would be great financially. I think that for the music videos, I think they need to make them a little more cinematic and a little more edgy and a little more symbolic. Kind of like a Lady Gaga or Katy Perry video, but not quite as intense as a Lady Gaga video. I think that they need to maybe do like a couple 15, 20-minute long videos that have a storyline and a plot line and maybe even some dialogue and script in them. Kind of like, a little like Justin Bieber's As Long As You Love Me video. It told a story and it had characters and a background to it. But definitely not as intense as a Lady Gaga video. That's way too much. But yeah, I think they need to get a little more creative with it. And as a writer and film producer myself, I could give you guys some script ideas, and I have even a sample script for you guys. So if you guys are interested, you should direct message me on Twitter and we can talk from there. But yeah, I have some really great ideas for the videos. And oh yeah, the TV show. One second. I definitely think that there needs to be a TV show with the One Direction guys. Back in March, Nickelodeon said that they would be doing a live-action TV show, probably scripted, not reality, and the boys declined it, mainly because they probably don't have time for a scripted TV show, which makes sense. I think that they absolutely need to have a docu-reality show, similar to Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, and Justin Bieber's full-length feature films that were in theaters that gave everyone a backstage pass and a glimpse into their crazy schedules with traveling and touring and rehearsals and stuff like that. But I think that it's absolutely necessary because One Direction's success is based on their loyal, huge fan base, not just their music. It's not just because of their talents or because of their producers. It's because of their image and because of their marketability. That's why they're so popular and successful with fans. Fans love seeing the boys interact with each other and have fun and, tell jokes and just, being silly. They really enjoy that. That's why the X Factor video diaries were so popular and so successful, because it gave fans a window into their lives. Not really their lives, but just them goofing off and being silly. And they love that. I mean, that's probably why they're so successful, because fans love their personalities and they love seeing them interact with each other. So I think that in order to keep the fan base and keep the fans happy, we absolutely need to have a window into their lives and a chance to see what they're like backstage and what they're like when they're, at home, or when they're traveling, when they're on vacation, when they're, car shopping. We really need to see what they're like, what the things they say to each other, the jokes they tell, and just everything in general. But, oh yeah, the TV show definitely needs to not have drama and fighting in it. It just has to show the fun moments and the funny jokes and stuff like that. But I think that it needs to definitely follow them on their tours, their appearances, their travelings, and it definitely needs to show them on vacation, like when they go to like Hawaii or something, or when they're on a yacht or something. It needs to show their interactions. It needs to show them snorkeling, scuba diving. It needs to show what they're like when they're just having fun. Because I think that it would be great, because inevitably the band probably will either break up, or they will retire, or they will pursue their own separate careers. And I think that it's important for fans to be able to see them in their natural element and be able to maybe even have like a DVD set. Maybe if the show runs for 2 or 3 seasons, fans will be able to look back and see what their idols, their teen heartthrobs were like, what they were like on a daily basis, how they talked, how they interacted with each other, and stuff like that. I also think it would be great for the boys and for their management, because years down the road they'll be able to look back and watch the show and see the different clips, and they'll be reminded of all the good times and all the fun, happy moments they shared with each other. And I think that that's priceless, being able to document it professionally and extensively. I think that would be a really great opportunity for everyone. I definitely think that it should be mainly broadcast. I think the heavily edited, carefully planned parts that show like interviews with their families and friends about the boys before they were famous and how they got to become famous. I think that those parts definitely need to be broadcast on TV, and I think that maybe the bloopers and outtakes and less edited, more raw footage of them just being themselves should be broadcast online, like on Hulu or on maybe even VH1 or MTV's websites. But I think that there definitely needs to be no footage. No footage should be deleted. All footage needs to be kept for bonus features and for like deleted scenes on the DVDs, and also to give fans that raw sense of who they really are and to show the boys unfiltered, unedited, uncensored in their natural element. But I don't think that needs to be broadcast on TV. I think it should be like a web exclusive or an add-on for the DVD. Mainly for the show, we would just show not really heavily edited, but partially edited shots of, like, you know, the vacation scenes, their tours, their interviews, and the backstage stuff, and, you know, basically getting ready for the performances that they do. But those are my ideas, and I hope you guys like them. I would love to hear your opinions in the comment section below, and I hope you guys like my video and my ideas. Again, if you are management or representation for One Direction or the record label, I would love to hear from you. Please direct message me on Twitter, and for everyone else, please follow me at Chris_Han, and you guys can find the links to my other blogs and stuff below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you like this video. Bye.